Exclusive. Poll reveals if Canadians would rather be the 51st state or rejoin the British. The innocent tourists locked up under Donald Trump's U.S. border crackdown. Canada is a proud nation that will never submit to foreign domination. In fact, Canadians would rather return to the British Empire than adopt Trump's repeated insistence that it become the 51st U.S. state, even with his promises of lower taxes and better security, according to a new poll. The poll, conducted for Daily Mail.com by J&L Partners, reveals that a 54% majority of Canadians would prefer King Charles III as their head of state, compared to just 15% who favor Trump. Another 31% don't know, despite the topic being big news on both sides of the border, since Trump began musing about the idea in public, while also stressing the need to acquire Greenland. Charles, who has limited powers under the UK's constitutional monarchy, gets huge majorities from Canada's Liberal Party and the centre-left New Democratic Party when the two-way question was put to them. Liberal Party members favor Charles with 76%, with just 4% picking Trump. Among members of the NDP, 65% favor Charles, 76, who acceded to the throne in 2022, compared to 8% for Trump, who retook the White House this year. The margin is considerably closer in the Conservative Party, where members prefer Charles' 37% to Trump's 31%. Canadian PM Mark Carney, who leads Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre in the latest J&L Partners poll for Daily Mail.com, said Canada will never be part of the U.S., after Trump started repeatedly referencing the idea since his election win. But Canadians who gradually left the empire beginning with the British North America Act of 1867 and the 1982 Canada Act passed by Parliament would rather go back than be absorbed into the economic behemoth at its southern border. A stunning 82% of Canadians would prefer to rejoin the British Empire, compared to 18% who favor Canada becoming part of the U.S. This crosses all parties, with more than twice as many Conservative Party members, 68% to 32%, favoring rejoining the empire. Trump has spoken frequently about his own good genes, and has even quipped about attaining the powers of a king, or at least seeking a third term. Congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king. Trump posted in February. Trump has also tried the carrot, saying in February that a lot of people in Canada are liking becoming our beautiful, cherished 51st state. They'll have to pay much lower taxes. But he also kicked off a trade war with Canada and Mexico, and Canadian hockey fans booed the U.S. national anthem at NHL games this year. For Canadians, the idea of becoming a 51st state is a non-starter, according to the poll. A total of 69% strongly oppose the idea, with another 4% somewhat opposed. Just 6% strongly support it, along with 8% who somewhat support it. And the poll confirms what many U.S. political experts have been saying about the potential impact on U.S. politics of absorption. Bringing Canada into the Union would likely hand Democrats more sway in Congress, where they are currently in the minority and at a disadvantage in the House due to gerrymandering. Asked which party they'd join, Canada did join the U.S. 43% picked the Democrats, compared to 18% who favor the Republicans. That may explain why more of them fancy a monarch who has emphasized conservation and climate change than a president who has threatened to pull out of NATO and taken a hard line on immigration. U.S. political developments continue to roil Canadian public opinion. A 55% majority favor stripping Trump ally Elon Musk of his citizenship, with only 19% opposing such a move. A fifth of Canadian respondents said hockey hero Wayne Gretzky should relocate to the U.S.